Hello, everybody. How are you? This good? This good.
Great. He's going to be our special reader. So put your listening ears on, put buckles in your mouth. Everybody's ready. Thank you.
Good morning. Like the whole mic up. Good morning.
Good morning.
Like good morning. Good morning. So I love to read, and my friend Otis, today we're going to talk about him. So can you say Otis? Can you say Otis? So whenever I put my thumb up, I want you to say Otis. So can we practice saying? Try it again. Okay, so every time I put my thumb up, I want you to say, because Otis is my friend's name. So, we're going to start. His name, the name of the book is by Lauren Long. The name of the book is There once was a friendly little tractor. His name was, and every day, and his farmer worked together to take care of the farm they called home. Otis liked to work. But after working hard all day, Otis was ready to unwind and play. He would ride the rolling hills and skirt mud ponds down by the pool. He would leapfrog bales of hay and explode through the haystacks. On occasion, he would chase a rabbit or play Ring Around the Rosie with the ducks to the sound of his steady puff, 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 jump. And sometimes, at the end of the day, he would just sit under the apple tree and watch the farm below. Every night, tired but happy, Otis would puff into the little stall in the barn that was all his. So Otis had a stall in the barn that was all his, and he would puff after a long day, and he would go take a rest. One night when Otis was fast asleep, the farmer brought a beautiful baby calf into the barn. The calf bawled and bawled for her mother, but when the sleepy sound of soft came from the next stall, the little calf was no longer scared, and he stopped bawling and fell fast asleep. From that day on, the calf started following the little tractor named. Wherever he went, the calf followed him wherever he went. She followed him over the rolling hills and down by the mud pond. She was right behind him, leapfrogging bales of hay. And the calf made their games of Ring Around the Rosie all the better and so much fun. Sometimes at the end of the day, the two of them would just sit together under the tree and watch the farm below. Otis loved his little calf friend. And the little calf friend loved Otis too. So they were friends. Then one day, the farmer surprised everyone with a brand new yellow tractor. Time to move out, Otis, he said. Otis out of the stall and parked him behind the barn for the first time to make room for the yellow tractor. Then he backed in the big yellow tractor into the stall next to the little cat. He backed in the yellow tractor into the stall that was formerly named, and he made the little cat sleep next to the yellow tractor. But the little cat didn't like the big yellow tractor. The big yellow tractor had a deep, rumbling snore that shook the stall when he slept. There was no one to purr the little cat into his sleep, no one to spend her days with anymore. The little cat felt really lonely. And Otis could not even see his farm anymore. As the weeds began to cover the trees around him, his friend often sat with him, but she could not get him to play like they played in the old days. Otis was very, very sad. It was early in the summer when the farmer discovered a poster. The poster said, "Who is the prettiest little cat in the land? Judges will decide that mine is at the county fair and award a fancy blue ribbon to the winner." The farmer knew the answer, so he took his little cat to show him off. But on the morning of the fair, the little cat was nowhere to be found. She had wandered down to the muddy pond by the cornfield just to cool off. When she waded deep into the muddy water, her feet sank and got stuck. With every step, the feet sank deeper and deeper. The cat was stuck in the mud pond. Stuck. "Get the hands!" shouted the farmer. "We need some help!" All the farmhands came running down with their ropes, but the more they tugged, the more stuck the cat got. The cat couldn't move her feet. "Get the big yellow tractor!" the farmer shouted. He can save her. But the big tractor just scared the little cat, and she sank in deeper and deeper away from him. Nearby farmers began to gather to see what they could do to help. Then they called Fire Chief Douglas and the fire truck. The farmer shouted, "They can save our little calf, the firemen can." But the sight of the big red truck startled the little calf, and she went deeper and deeper into the mud. The farmer was so angry. If the farmhands and the big tractor and even the fire chief Doug couldn't get her out, who could? Who do you think? Suddenly, the little calf's ears perked up. Over the hum of the disappointing crowd, there came a faint sound in the distance. A soft, rhythmic purr. The crowd turned around and looked. Then the sound got louder. And all at once, Puppy popped up around the barn. He turned and headed straight toward the mud pond. Otis puffy puffed down the rolling hill and pulled right up next to the muddy water's edge. The calf heard her friends puttering pup, and she cried. It was something like, "Hello!" Then, to the sound of his gentle clap and the amazement of the people in the crowd, Otis began to circle the pond. He began to run around the pond, just like when they played Ring Around the Rosie. He circled, and the calf turned and kept turning, never taking her eyes off of her friend. She kept circling and kept turning and turned, never taking her eyes off her friend. And then, with each ring made around the pond, the muddy grip loosened and the cat was the special cat. Otis was a special tractor, and the two of them were specially made friends. From that day on, the farmer discovered that with Otis's puttering purr behind the chicken coop, his chickens laid more eggs, and milking time with Otis's gentle puff up next to him, his cows made more milk. On occasion, even got to join his farmer and his friend by the yellow tractor to plow the fields. But often, at the end of the day, Otis would just sit by the barn with his friend under the apple tree and watch the farm below. The end.